Welcome to MarketTamer.com. You're looking at the Bureau of Labor Statistics website from the United States Department of Labor, and we're looking at the most recent numbers reported on October 2nd. So the headline figure here, you see non-farm payrolls, employment continued to decline in September, down 263,000, and the unemployment rate is 9.8%. So that's the official figure that is reported by the media. Now, if we scan down all the way down through here, all the way down to the table, what we see here is a highlighted figure, and this highlighted figure is 785,000. Now, what does that refer to? Well, let's scan across, and this tells us that the employment figure, the actual employment figure, was down 785,000. Now, if you're looking at this and saying, wait a second, I don't see 1,000 after that, minus 785, the reason is all of the numbers here in the table are given in thousands. So that does represent minus 785,000. So why is it that the actual figure was only down in the order of 200,000 plus? Well, the answer is that the civilian labor force has also declined in the most recent month, which is an astonishingly high figure here of minus 571,000. So we're going to have to pay really close attention to see if this is revised at a later date, which often does happen, and we'll see what the real figure is possibly in the next few weeks' time when that number is revised. But the bottom line is this civilian labor force includes not just those employed, but those unemployed also. And unemployed is one of these vague terms because it doesn't just factor in those who actually do not have jobs. It actually discounts in many respects those who have given up looking for work. And so you can eliminate those from the labor force. At least that's what the government does. And the bottom line then is the employment figures don't look nearly as bad because if we scan to the top, we see the numbers are 263,000. Whereas in fact, if we take account of civilian labor force reduction, we can give that figure. But if we do not include the reduction in the civilian labor force figure, we see that the number is minus 785,000, which is absolutely huge. So it's pretty shocking to us to see that the markets are remaining resilient in spite of this figure, because if you dig down underneath the data, underneath that headline figure, it suggests real concern. Underneath this civilian labor force figure, we don't have a tremendous amount of visibility, but it certainly suggests that we need to pay really close attention to the revisions later on when they are released. With that said, pay really close attention to the underlying fundamental data because jobs are absolutely key to an economy doing well, growing, recovering, and bouncing out of the current situation, which is defined as a recession. But figures like this suggest more concern. With that, if you have any questions, please jump on to MarketTamer.com. We'll be happy to answer your questions.